So I noticed something interesting while I was looking at the G1.Sniper box, preparing to do my unboxing. Check this out. The boxes are actually patterned identically. Oh, here, it's probably easier if I stack them. Save for the color. So every little mark is exactly the same on both boxes. See, like this mark and this mark? See? So it's just a color difference. However, there is more difference between these two motherboards than just the color. So we are going to be doing an unboxing of the G1.Sniper. We've already done the G1 Assassin. And let's have a look at what is special about this member of the Gigabyte G1 gaming series. So, it has a 3-year warranty, which we've come to expect from Gigabyte in the US and Canada. It has extreme fidelity X5 powered audio. Okay, it supports the latest Intel Core i7 processors on the LGA 1366 platform. That includes the 990X Extreme Edition. We've got powered by Creative Audio, including onboard amplification, as well as a killer E2100 networking solution. Okay, let's move around to the back, where there's a bunch of stuff that really we're gonna get more into as we look at the board itself. So, let's open up the box here, where we find some Digicam, and some flatulence. Okay. And there's the board itself. We're not gonna look too closely at that yet. We're going to check out the accessories. So, first thing we got here is 3 dudes who are G1 killers. We have I believe it's the Assassin, the Gorilla, and the Sniper, okay? Then on the back we have a target with some bullet holes conveniently already in it. Next, we have stickers. Bullets, bullet holes, skull with flames coming out of his eyes, and a knife, and more bullets, more bullet holes, and some G1. See, these two would actually probably look pretty cool on your case. The rest of them, I don't know. You might just look like you live in Surrey and you drive a truck. Okay, here we go. User's manual, including a chipsets and utilities DVD. Throw it away, download the latest off the Gigabyte website. Multilingual installation guidebook. Okay, we've got an I/O shield, which is not color-coded, but it is black, so it looks sweet. We've also got a Gigabyte sticker. Yeah, that sticker sucks compared to the other ones. Sorry, Gigabyte. Then we have Dolby Digital Home Theater logo. All right. We've got a front panel USB 3, which is pretty nice. Okay, using an internal header. Since most cases don't have front USB 3, that's a pretty good feature to have. So it just mounts in a 3.5-inch bay. All right, we've got an SLI bridge, 3-way SLI bridge. And we've got 4 SATA cables. So 2 of them are right angle and 2 of them are straight. Okay, I'm just gonna put this back in here. Bear with me while I do some reboxing to go with my unboxing. And there we go. And that will give me a convenient place to put the motherboard while we talk about that. Okay, so the motherboard. The biggest difference that I can see between the G1 Assassin and the G1.Sniper, at first glance anyhow, is the form factor. So the G1 Assassin uses that XL ATX form factor, which has 9 expansion slots and only fits in a handful of cases, whereas the G1 Assassin seems to have a pretty similar feature set, but fits in a standard ATX case. Oh, it also only has 6 expansion slots compared to the 7 expansion slots on the Assassin afforded by the longer form factor. So let's do sort of my standard spiel where we start in the middle, where we've got our LGA 1366 socket supporting Core i7, Core i7 Extreme processors. We've got our 4-pin power connector up here in its ideal location. We've got 6 memory slots supporting triple channel DDR3 memory. We've got our 24-pin connector in its ideal location along the right-hand edge. We have 6 SATA 2 3 gigabit per second ports and 2 SATA 3 6 gigabit per second ports. And then we've got all of our front panel connectors. One of the things that Gigabyte has fixed about their G1 series boards as we move along, we got USB 2, oh wow, 3 USB 2s, 1 USB 3 front header, and then we've also got our audio header. Look at that, Gigabyte is putting their audio header in the correct location at the very bottom left of the board, unlike some of their previous boards where it's here. And that's very difficult to get a front panel cable over to. All right. We've also got our expansion slots. So we have 1, 2, 3 PCIe 16X. We have 2 PCIe 1X and 1 PCI. Based on the PCI, or based on the SLI bridge I saw included, it looks like the full speed PCIe 16X slots are actually going to be these two. And this last one runs at 8X, as is standard on X58 boards. It's going to be 16, 16, and 8. Okay, we've got cooling. Let's talk cooling for a minute here. So this, boys and girls, is not a weapon. It is a heatsink, and it cannot be assembled as a firearm. I have been notified that this is not a clip based on my G1 Assassin unboxing. Actually, this is a magazine, so my bad. I don't know why Crazy Russian keeps moving the camera around so much. Hold it still. Okay, then we've got our Northbridge heatsink. Not like that. Okay, which has LED lights on it, which look cool. It also says gaming motherboard on it. And finally, we have our Mosfet heatsink, which I think is actually the coolest one because it's the barrel of a gun. Check that out. So you got your sight there, you got your barrel, which will have a bullet coming out of it. Probably not, because it's a heatsink, not a weapon. Bear that in mind, folks. Okay, you know what? Let's not do the back I/O yet. Let's talk about the special features that make G1 special. So here we have all of the circuitry that is dedicated to the onboard sound. Onboard sound is something that I really feel has gotten ignored while we are innovating in so many other ways on motherboards. So this has a built-in amplifier, which means that you can run even high impedance headphones on this motherboard and still get a satisfactory listening experience. Okay, it also has, as I said before, dedicated circuitry for the onboard sound that's going to provide you with anytime you have better quality components being used for sound, you're going to get a better overall listening experience, better signal to noise ratio, all of that good stuff. And up here, we have the killer, which actually has dedicated RAM as a cache, and it is capable of, according to Bigfoot Networks, reducing your overall latency, and that is a good thing. No, I don't care about that. Okay, what else do we have on here to talk about? Oh yeah, fan control. Okay, so we got 1, 2, just back out and I'll point at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm sure there's one more. 5 fan headers. Those are all 4-pin PWM fan headers, and they are conveniently located where you actually might need them, unlike some motherboards. So here's your back fan, here's your CPU fan, here's 1, 2, 3 that are kind of at the front bottom. So that should be pretty handy and pretty usable compared to some of the stuff I've seen in the past. On the back of the motherboard, you can clearly see the matte black PCB, which I have not harped on yet in this video, although I do talk about it every time I see one, because matte black PCBs are the shizzle. Everything should have a matte black PCB, period, okay? We also have screws on the back, which I'd really like to see. Not only screws, but isolated screws. So they've got little washers, little plastic washers that will prevent those from ever shorting out and causing a problem with this motherboard. The fact that we're using screws also means that cheap plastic push pins can't pop out and accidentally make it so that your Mosfet cooler or your Northbridge cooler isn't making proper contact anymore and not cooling something properly. So that is just one of those nice little touches that I do like to see. Finally, let's have a look at the back panel where we have 2 PS2 ports. We've got coaxial audio out. We have an OC switch. Ooh, okay, so you know what? Give me a moment. I'm going to find out what that does. Just wanted to correct myself really quick because I think clarify myself really quick. So when you're running with 2 graphics cards, these are 16x, 16x, but it's not actually 16, 16, 8. It's when you're running with 3 graphics cards, it's going to be 16, 8, and 8. Okay, guys? So I'm clarifying that. 16, 16 or 16, 8, 8. So this one is capable of doing either depending on the configuration. So this OC labeled switch at the back is, according to the manual, an OC button. Okay. Press this button to overclock your CPU. To return to the defaults, press this button again. Pretty self-explanatory. All right, next we have 2 Esata ports. We have 4 USB 2.0 ports, 2 USB 3.0 ports, a Gigabit Ethernet powered by Killer, 5.1 audio, as well as optical audio out. Hold on. My bad, 7.1. All right. Thanks, guys, for checking out this unboxing of the G1 Killer Sniper. Don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other videos.